Hey everyone, Shabba here and welcome to our next SWE video here. We are back with Adrenalien's next pay-per-view, and this one, as you can tell by the title, is called Legacy, live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Is that right? I don't know if that's right or not. And here is our opening match of the evening as Trevor Lee will defend his Cruiserweight Championship against Rey Mysterio Jr., hopefully. Although I've got a feeling the game might have glitched out again. It's something to do with this championship, I think. For some reason, it doesn't like this championship in these matches, and we'll find out if Trevor Lee comes out with the belt. But the belt wasn't showing up in the background of the match when I made it, so I'm a little bit worried. The fact that JoJo wasn't there announcing this makes me think that the game's glitched out again. It just does not like it. I don't know if it's just that championship or what, but I create the show and it shows that championship is up for grabs, and then all of a sudden, when you start the show, the championship's disappeared. It's a weird one. But there you go. Either way, if Rey Mysterio does win here, I will manually transfer the championship over if it's not working. Wow. What have I done to this ring? I don't know why. I seem to have made this ring out of tinfoil by the looks of it. It's pretty aggressive, isn't it? To say the least. So here we go, then Rey Mysterio Jr., who won this match by defeating Leo Rush and Aerostar in a triple threat match. And Trevor Lee's not even bringing the championship out with him, my god. Oh, this game, this bloody game. Oh, I just don't understand this game at all. Why can't you fix it, 2K Nukes? Why can't you make it stable? Oh, these people, why I oughta. Right, I'm going to ignore that. Oh my god, look at Trevor Lee's face, bless him. He looks like he's been hit in the face by a pan and then freeze-dried. He's just got that look stuck on his face of... What they've actually done is somebody's actually, in the face scan, they've aligned his teeth with his top lip. It's probably not the best picture, to be honest, because it's a weird one, isn't it? The problem is it's the best Trevor Lee available, and that is the worrying thing about... It always annoys me though, because you go on community creations, and I don't know, I might annoy some people here saying this, but I've said this to PJ Toby quite a few times, right? You go onto the community creations, and I'm desperate to find people like Trevor Lee, and oh my god, and Andrew Everett, and the Chris brothers, and Sami Callihan, and all the Lucha Underground guys, basically all the guys we've got, those are the people that I really want. And you go on there, and people have made really, really, really good Michael Jackson cores, or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm sat there thinking, why are you wasting your time creating really good versions of them? I want Trevor Lee. But I know it's each their own. People have different things they want to do in this game. You look at how good some of these cores are and you think, wow, if you're such good at making cores, I wish you'd spent your time on people that I wanted rather. It's the same with everyone, isn't it, really? Same with everyone, I suppose. Trevor Lee now spearing Rey Mysterio Jr. off the apron. And this is Trevor Lee's first defense of this championship. Of course, he won it back at the Option C special a couple of weeks ago when Matt Sydal cashed in that championship for an opportunity at the Adrenalien Championship. Trevor Lee won a mini tournament. He won a qualifying match to get into a Fatal 4-Way finale. Rey Mysterio is also part of that tournament because that was his debut in Adrenalien. Well, his official debut in Adrenalien. Had wrestled quite a few times in SWE before in this season. But unfortunately, they were both for contracts, and he wasn't able to win either match. But he was obviously given a contract eventually by PJ Toby here on Adrenalien, and you can't blame him, really, can you? He's a top lad. It was a little bit of a discussion between myself and PJ Toby. There was ideas traded, and we came to the best solution for us both, and for Rey as well. It wasn't even a 1 count there, was it? Trevor Lee now heading up to the middle rope. Dropping the double elbows right in the face of Rey. Rey fighting his way back. Big uppercut on Trevor Lee. And into a DDT as well. Rey bringing Trevor Lee back up. And oh, Trevor caught him in that Boston Crab situation. But Rey able to twist him round. Rey now bringing Lee back up to his feet. Into the spinning head scissors. Taking Trevor Lee down. Now Trevor Lee rolls to the outside. Very wise move by him. Taking a few seconds on the outside just to recuperate and get back in the right frame of mind and Ray did the very foolish thing of turning his back on Trevor Lee for that split period of time. Now, what's the day today? Where are we? Oh, it's Boxing Day today, isn't it? Of course, we had the Christmas special yesterday, and we had the Monday Night War special the day before. So this is the third of your 3 days of SWE. Then tomorrow we've got just a random match, and then on the 28th we've got Mayhem. On the 30th we've got Octane, and then New Year's Eve we are going to have a special episode for New Year's Eve. I've got no idea what's going to be in that special episode of New Year's Eve yet, though. Because a lot of the specials have always got a theme, and that's the sort of matches that we put on. But New Year's Revolution, it's not really... Is there much of a... There could be a theme. I might have to have a think about this, because this could... I might have just had an idea. I might have just had an idea. Nice DDT there by Rey Mysterio. Ray bringing Trevor Lee back up now, rolls him through. And a big kick right across the chest of Trevor Lee there by Ray. But Lee straight back up, no selling it. Sending Ray into the corner, big overhand punch. Now, other matches we've got for you lined up this evening. Next up, we have Taynara Conte. Oh, hang on a minute. Ray might actually hit a 619 here. He does. There's the 619. Lee is positioned, and Ray with a big splash. Ray into the pin. He took a few seconds there, but 1, 2. Brand new Cruiserweight champion here in Rey Mysterio Jr. Wow. Ray has really hit the ground running here on Adrenalien. Wasn't in the draft. Lost against El Generico at the Mystery Vortex contract battle. Lost against... Well, lost in a six-man Money in the Bank ladder match, which was not exactly difficult to do, is it? It's very difficult to win a ladder match as it is anyway. So, but he got his opportunity, won the triple threat match, #1 contender last week, and now here he is as your brand new Cruiserweight champion. I feel like the game has glitched out. Yep, no one's grabbing a championship. That's so annoying. The game just does not like this Cruiserweight champion. I hope that on 2K19, I hope 2K and Ukes, who developed the game, will allow us to have as many championships as we want on a show. If I want to have 10 separate championships on a show, then let me bloody do it. It frustrates me, it does. But there you go. Either way, I will manually put the belt onto Ray at the end of this show, and Ray can go into the next month looking to defend the championship. And here is the next match of the evening. It will be for the Adrenalien Women's Championship as Paige defends against Taynara Conte. Still very much jealous of PJ Toby getting Taynara Conte for this game, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, this is what it should look like. I think it's because the Cruiserweight Championship is not currently a belt that's being tracked by the game. Like I was saying in the end of the last match, you can only have, was it, 2 male singles belts, 1 female singles belt, and 1 tag team belt. That's all you can have in the game, which is annoying, really. Oh, no, not female, no. You can have 3 singles belts, one of them has to be female. And you can have 1 tag team belt. That's all you can do. So, those are the ones that are tracked on the game. At the moment, we've got the Intercontinental, the Adrenalien Women's, and the Adrenalien Tag, and the Cruiserweight I'm doing manually. But for some reason, yeah, it just doesn't seem to have got a bit haywire the last few weeks, which is frustrating. But there you are. But Taynara Conte, yeah, she's a good one. She's a good one. Is she still part of Undisputed Era? Because they had that little thing with her, didn't they? Where they brought her down to the ring for that fight. But apart from that, I must admit I've not watched much of NXT recently. I need to catch up a little bit. But apart from that, I don't know if she's still doing much with Undisputed Era. I'm assuming she probably is. There's no reason why not to, because she's top class, really. I think she suits that stable fantastically well. And she could be the first part of the Undisputed takeover here this evening. Of course, we have Taynara Conte here going for the Women's Championship. In a couple of matches' time, we're going to see Worldwide Underground defending their Tag Team Championships against reDragon of Undisputed Era. And then later on, Hideo Itami will be defending his Intercontinental Championship against, once again, a member of Undisputed Era in Adam Cole. So Undisputed Era at the end of tonight's show could hold a significant amount of gold and a significant amount of power within SWE and Adrenalin. As Paige make her way to the ring, this is the first championship Paige has held, and this is the first championship defense for Paige as well. Of course, she won the belt back at Shabby Mania at the end of the previous season. This is her first chance to show us exactly what she's got. I'm looking forward to this one. Now, of course, talking about some of the matches later on in the evening, Adam Cole is getting the Intercontinental Championship match because he... Did he win a #1 contendership? Or was he just been given... I think he must have been... No, he won. He won the opening match of Adrenaline Season 3, which, of course, was against Roderick Strong and Johnny Gargano. Taynara Conte got this match by defeating Io Shirai. reDragon got their tag team match because they actually had a tag team championship match against Worldwide Underground on the very first night of Adrenaline. And it actually ended up with Jack Evans conning his way to a disqualification victory by attacking Adam Cole on the outside. So that's why PJW has made this match this evening a TLC match, which means no disqualifications, no countouts. We must have a winner. Ooh, I burped there in the middle of that sentence. So there she is, the Scream Queen herself, Paige, rocking the Adrenaline Women's Championship. She hands it over. Taynara Conte looks at the belt. Taynara Conte would be a great women's champion. We're going to try that one again because basically my computer crashed and my recording cut off. So I've had to restart this match. It didn't get that far into the previous version of this match anyway. It was pretty good. So I can't remember what I've said now. That always throws me off. I know what I've said, but I can't remember what was during the entrance, which you'll still have, and what was during the actual match. But essentially, I'll go through it again. Tonight, Undisputed Era have the chance to take over. Of course, Taynara Conte starting off with this match here, as she defeated Io Shirai to get the #1 contendership. If she wins this one, she will be the start of what could be a massive night for Undisputed Era. Later on, we will see, of course, reDragon taking on Worldwide Underground in a TLC match. Now, the reason behind that match is that these two teams did face off in the very first episode of Adrenaline this year, and unfortunately for reDragon, Jack Evans was able to con his way to a disqualification victory by attacking Adam Cole on the outside. Adam Cole retaliated, and that led to Jack Evans getting the victory. And then, of course, later on, we will have Adam Cole challenging for the Intercontinental Championship away from Hideo Itami. Hideo defeated Roderick Strong and Adam Cole defeated Roderick Strong and Johnny Gargano in week #1 to earn that #1 contendership match. Oh, Conte, big kick right inside the face of Paige. And Taynara Conte was one that really impressed me in the Mae Young Classic, I must admit. In the Mae Young Classic, when it got announced, I was looking at the people that I knew, the Tony Storm, your Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, all those sort of people. They were ones I sort of knew beforehand. Piper Niven, a lot of the UK ones, of course, I knew because I've seen a lot of them live. Piper Niven and Kaylee Ray and people like that, but it was some of the other ones that really surprised me, and Taynara Conte was one of those. I didn't know anything about her. I didn't know she existed before the Mae Young Classic, but then when I started to watch her wrestle, I was very impressed with what I saw in the ring. And another one of those ladies was Kavita Devi as well. Of course, an Indian lady. I was surprised if she joined SmackDown at some point and teams up with the... She'll be the female part of the Maharaja stable alongside the Singhs and Jinder Mahal. Nice neck breaker there by Paige. I can't believe I got like 10 minutes, or 5-10 minutes into a match to realise... Well, I didn't realise, it just happened. My computer just went off. And the weird thing, I was lucky actually because I had to break the video at some point anyway. And I was lucky the fact that, because if my computer goes off during a recording, I lose the whole recording. And I was lucky that I did do a little checkpoint at one point just to double check a few settings. And if I hadn't have done that, then I would have lost all of the previous match as well, which would have been really frustrating. Conte now just choking away at Paige, but Paige fighting back. And there's the Paige turner there on Taynara Conte. Paige with the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and it's Taynara kicking out. Paige now bringing Conte back up, but Conte playing possum, catching Paige with the jawbreaker. Conte taking Paige up on her shoulders. And once again, that big kick right in the side of the head of Paige. But Paige stirring again straight away. Conte needs to continue the assault. Just slamming Paige's face right across her knee. Once again, Conte bringing Paige back up to her feet. Stiff clothesline. And a second. And a heel kick as well. Taynara Conte dominating Paige. Ever since Conte got hit by Paige's Paige turn, Conte's dominated. That big slam there as well. Now a kick in the spine of Paige. Really weakening that back potentially for a submission. I don't know what a finisher is, to be honest. Well, I think I've just spotted it. That cross arm bar. Will Paige tap out? Will we have a brand new women's champion here? Or can Paige survive? Ooh, what's going to happen? No. Paige survives. Holding that arm though. Damage has definitely been done. Paige sending Conte into the corner. Tornado DDT out of that corner now. Paige bringing Conte back up to her feet. Right to the turnbuckle. Hoisting Conte up top. Paige now. Nice super armbar or arm breaker. 2. And that's it. And Paige has got the victory from that super arm breaker. Well, Paige gets the victory, and the Undisputed Takeover has not had the best start, has it, this evening? Conte's back up on her feet. Conte now offering a handshake, and Paige accepting. Great show of respect there by these two. Not quite sure as what I expected, to be honest with you. To be honest. I don't know where I came from that, to be honest. But there we go, first championship defense of the evening. And here's our next match of the evening, a nice special one for you here as Zack Sabre Jr. takes on Kevin Owens. This should be a cracker, this bad boy. I'm looking forward to this one. Two guys who were quite highly ranked, I believe. Zack Sabre Jr., of course, former Throwdown champion. Kevin Owens, former Octane champion. So both guys have been champions of their brand, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. But this should be a really fun match. This has been one that I've been, I wouldn't say holding on to, but been building up to for a while. And it's going to be, when you've got two great guys like this, they're not currently involved in a championship picture, but as time goes on, who knows? They could be involved in a championship picture. A big victory here would definitely put them in the right position. Send them in the right direction. And here then comes Kevin Owens, along with his little friend, of course, Sami Zayn. You have a nice little friend, don't you? Well, hi there, I'm Sami Zayn. So, of course, this is annoying because me and PJ Toby start doing this sort of thing. And then all of a sudden it starts to happen in real life. Like, we had this whole plan of realigning, of course, Zayn and Owens. We've seen them a couple of times wrestle as a tag team this month, haven't we? And yeah, we've had this whole idea. Then all of a sudden it happens in real life. Then all of a sudden it looks like you're copying all of a sudden. And we're not literally. We had this idea before it even came to fruition in the WWE, and that's I'd say it's annoying us. It happened quite a few times. Like, what was one? Like, I start to build up to one. Like, I'm building up to a few at the moment, and there's one that I'm building up to that I know is definitely not going to happen in real life. Well, I would hope not, anyway. You never know, though. It'll be so good, though. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting on that again. I think, when do we build it up again next? Sorry, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent. I'm talking to myself now, but I don't want to give away any of my ideas, but I'm just trying to figure out when we're going to get the next step of this little story I'm doing. It's next week. Not this throwdown, but the throwdown after. 2 throwdowns away. And then it all hits the fan. We also might have some big changes for you in the new year as well. Me and PJ Toby have been discussing, negotiating some trades, potentially. And it could be beneficial for all brands involved, I think. As Kevin Owens in control then of Zack Sabre Jr. here. Zack now sending Owens into the ropes. But Owens comes back and catches a leg of Zack. Zack trying to roll to the outside. We're not pushing Owens and Zayn very much as a heel in this. I don't think there needs to be a heel. I think we're very much PWG in this situation where a lot of the times it's just 2 great wrestlers versus each other. Not everything needs to have a story, does it? I think that's the one thing. That's one thing WWE should look at, right? One of the best matches WWE have had this year, and it probably had the potential to be a lot better because it just didn't have a lot of time to build up to it. But one of the best matches WWE had this year was AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. There was no storyline behind that. It was all down to, obviously, Bray Wyatt being ill and having to pull out the pay-per-view late. There's Owens, nice running, jumping close. Does that count as breaking the... It does count as breaking the referee's count. So yeah, that was one of the best matches they had. And that was literally what you get from just putting 2 fantastic wrestlers in the ring together without trying to mess up things with dodgy storylines and gimmicks. And I like that. So maybe we might see some more of that this year. Just genuinely putting 2 fantastic wrestlers together for the sake of it. Referee's up to a 5 count now. And these 2 guys still battling on the outside. And what happened there? I didn't see any impact there, but both guys ended up on the floor. Now Owens sending Zack Sabre Jr. back into the ring, follows him in as well. Rolls him over into the pin. Now, of course, don't forget, coming up after this match for you, we have our Tag Team Championship match. The Tag Team TLC match, which is the first time I am trialing that match type on this year's game. So it could be fantastic. It could be a disaster. Who knows? That is the fun of SWE. That's how I should prefix every video. This could be fantastic. This could be tragic. Watch at your own risk. 9 times out of 10, I think it's more tragic than fantastic, but there you go. Shit happens, doesn't it? Why have I made this arena out of tinfoil? It didn't look like tinfoil. Oh, there's a cannonball in the corner there by Owens. It didn't look like tinfoil, but now I'm actually looking at it the way it is. It does look a bit like tinfoil. Zack now fighting at the back of that scoop slam into a neck breaker. And Zack, possibly one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Maybe we should do that sort of thing for a special. Just doing a few classics. Classic wrestlers versus current day. I'm just thinking, just saying that Zack is a fantastic technical wrestler. It just got me thinking about potentially doing like a Zack Sabre Jr. versus Chris Benoit submission match. Does that sound like a match that should be done at some point? 2 fantastic technical geniuses of the time. Owens now sending Zack off the far side. Both guys just run into each other. And now Owens once again throwing Zack off into a pop-up power bomb. Into the pin. 1, 2. And no, Zack kicked out on the brink of 3. Zack remains in this one. Dropping a boot now right in the gut of Zack there by Kevin Owens. Now dropping a knee in the spine as well. Owens taking Zack up into the powerbomb position once again. And Owens now snake eyes on Zack in that corner. And Owens trying to force his foot into the face of Zack, but Zack catched him and his leg and forced him down to the ground. Owens now slowly clambering back up to his feet, but Zack just stalking, waiting. Zack trying to get the crowd going, now catching Owens with a couple of strong strikes in the face. Owens does drop to the ground below. Of course, this is a big match, this one, because it is a pay-per-view match. It is worth double ranking points, so the winner of this one will get plus 10 points. The loser looking at minus 10 points. So it really is a massive match for both these guys, and it could put them in a championship picture or take them away from a championship picture. As Zack now rolling Owens up into the cross arm bar. Is Owens going to tap? No, Owens manages to roll it through and fight free, but the damage has been done to his arm. You saw Owens catching and holding his arm there, but then again, forearm with that arm that was just in that arm breaker, so maybe not as much damage as I first thought. Oh, look at that. Dropping Zack with that neck breaker now. Onto the back, into that slam. Don't know what else to call that then for a second. Slam will do, you know. Simple but effective. A bit like me, really. Simple but effective. Headlock now by Owens on Sami Zayn. That's not Sami Zayn, that's Zack Sabre Jr. Right, the beer's hit me finally. Zack now bringing Owens back up to his feet. Both guys back up on the feet, but Owens catching Zack out of nowhere into a pop-up powerbomb once again into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And it had to be, didn't it? Out of nowhere. Owens with a second pop-up powerbomb. And there we go. Kevin Owens gets the victory here against Zack Sabre Jr. Plus 10 ranking points for him. Minus 10 for Zack Sabre Jr. It was a good match, actually. I enjoyed this one. Very back and forth. Maybe not completely action-packed, but still a very good match. We saw both guys finish at least once. Or twice in the case of Zack. No, not Zack. Kevin Owens. I had two names there and I got the one wrong. How did I get it wrong? It's 50-50 and I still got it wrong. And there it was, the pop-up powerbomb by Kevin Owens for the 1, the 2. No, that was the first pop-up. I thought it was, you know. That was the first pop-up powerbomb. Referee was very, very slow there. He probably could have got a free count with the first one, to be honest. So Kevin Owens rocking those extra 10 points. That is definitely going to push him towards the top end of the rankings. Looking towards an Adrenalien Championship match or even an Intercontinental Championship match. Both championships are very highly prestigious in this roster. So no reason why one would be considered a downgrade, I suppose. If you won the Intercontinental Championship, you'd be very happy. But Kevin Owens does have a chance to join the group of people who has been a champion on 2 separate brands. And here is our next match of the evening, and it is going to be that Adrenalien Tag Team Championship match as reDragon takes on the team of Johnny Mundo and a melted Jack Evans. He looks like he's at a bit of an issue, old Jack, doesn't he? Some sort of industrial accident, you know, that sort of one. Where his face is starting to melt away a little bit. I'm being a bit harsh, no one. I'm being harsh. Right, so this is Tag Team TLC, so the belts are dangling from the ceiling. And the way to win, of course, is to climb the ladder and grab the belt and bring it down. So, of course, once again, as I said, this match has spurned off of a previous Tag Team Championship match these two teams had on week number 1 of Season 3 of the Universe Mode. In that match, it was a standard tag team match, and it ended when Jack Evans was able to con a disqualification victory when he went out to the outside and started attacking Adam Cole. And of course Adam Cole responded, as you would do, and of course got the Undisputed Era reDragon team disqualified. So therefore, Itami made this match where you can't get disqualified. We must have a winner here this evening, and the only way to win, like I said, is to climb the ladder and bring down the championship belts. Here we go then, Johnny Mundo on the right and Jack Evans on the left. Poor old Jack Evans. It's a shame because his attire is not bad. It's just his face that's the problem. And Jack Evans isn't necessarily a call that a lot of people are rushing to get out and make. I must be honest. So it's yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? But this should be a fun match at least. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a fun match. I mean, we don't know 100% for sure because of the way this game works. It could be an absolute cluster, in all fairness, but we're hoping it's going to be good. So, reDragon versus Worldwide Underground. The tag team championships there, held by John Morriso, because they couldn't decide to put an N on the end of his name. We're underway. So this should be interesting then. Are they going to use the table? Are they going to use the chair? Or is this just going to be a glorified ladder match? That's the question that I want to say. Well, at the moment, Johnny Mundo's bringing in a table. Kyle O'Reilly has brought in a ladder. And Jack Evans has that table. He's going to use it as a blunt weapon, as they always do. But will they eventually try and put somebody through it? That's the question. Nice capture suplex there. As now Johnny Mundo does have a steel chair. And catch up. I love that. It just keeps swinging a table. But because it was an animation, it doesn't connect. Oh, nice kick in the gut there by Kyle O'Reilly, avoiding another chair shot right across the face. Now, oh, a dragon suplex. And Johnny Mundo's neck landed right on that chair. And now it's just reDragon and Jack Evans in the ring. And now Kyle O'Reilly dropping Jack Evans on the ladder with a backdrop. Germans him over the top of the ladder. But then got disturbed before he had a chance to hit the trifecta of suplexes. Jack Evans now catching Kyle O'Reilly with the neckbreaker. And of course, reDragon were a incredibly dominant tag team over on Throwdown for quite a superior length of time in season number 2. So this is a chance for them to hold a tag team gold in 2 separate brands. I'm not quite sure many other people have done that. As oh my god, the rope sort of glitched through the world there for a second. That table set up really nicely. No, don't! Oh, that's bloody game. So Bobby Fish there just pushed Kyle O'Reilly off the ladder, which it was annoying. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's better that the match isn't that quick, because it probably could have won there because both members of Worldwide Underground were down the ground. Bobby Fish, oh, there we go. Backdrop, putting Johnny Mundo through a table, then holds it, drops him on the ladder, then German suplex on the ladder as well. Bobby Fish just demolished Johnny Mundo. And now a dragon suplex on Jack Evans as well. And reDragon are really showing exactly what they're all about. Well, Bobby Fish has shown exactly what they're all about here this evening. He has absolutely demolished both members of Worldwide Underground there. And Kyle O'Reilly has a clean run now to go up the ladder. And he does. And both members of reDragon are up there. But Johnny Mundo enters the ring, pushes the ladder. See, that's the bad side of both going up the ladder at the same time. Is that if the ladder's pushed over, you both fall and crash the ground. Johnny Mundo now has the table, puts it in the corner. We've already seen Johnny Mundo go through one table. He's going to go through a second. Fighting Kyle O'Reilly back, sending him face first into the table. Now O'Reilly fighting back. They're so desperate not to go for that table. They're using up all of their reversal skills. Who's eventually going to fall? It looks like it could be Kyle O'Reilly. Yep, O'Reilly goes straight through the table. 2 tables broken in this match. I'm quite impressed by this match, actually. It's working quite nicely. The problem is it's not a match type you can use every single week. Unless over on Carnage, potentially, we could use this ladder match. Tag Team TLC match quite a lot, couldn't we, really? I'm tempted to use it on Carnage, potentially, for a 6-man match between Sanity and the Wyatt family. That'd be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? 6-man TLC match. So kind of right on the outside, getting a hold of that ladder once again, sends it into the ring. But it's going to end up disappearing out the ring again, isn't it? Because of the strange dynamics. Oh no, he's got it. But Jack Evans also has a ladder. So we now have 2 ladders in the ring. As Johnny Mundo going for the Cesaro swing here on Bobby Fish. And one ladder goes disappearing. Okay. Now Johnny Mundo's on his feet. Jack Evans is on his feet. But both members of reDragon are thoroughly grounded here. Mundo starts to climb the ladder. He reaches for the belt. This could be their opportunity. I think Mundo's going to win this one here, you know. O'Reilly, no, O'Reilly has got to the ladder just in time, pushing it over. Then again, Mundo's still holding on now. O'Reilly powerbombs Mundo onto the grounded ladder. And all of a sudden, both members of reDragon are in the ring. And both members of World Underground are grounded. Swings and roundabouts here, isn't it? So O'Reilly now grabbing the ladder once again. As Bobby Fish there, the power slam out of the corner on Jack Evans. O'Reilly's going to set that ladder up. Now I believe there's a mini game when you're at the top of the ladder. I think the longer the match goes, the more easy the mini game is to complete. Mundo catching Kyle O'Reilly. Now Mundo puts Kyle O'Reilly through a table. We've broken 3 tables in this match already. Wow. That is pretty cool, actually. And a big manoeuvre there by Mundo on Kyle O'Reilly. And this could be their chance. If Jack Evans can set this ladder up, then Worldwide Underground, they're looking like they could keep their championships here. The World Underground don't seem very interested at this point in time in setting that ladder up. They're too busy both assaulting the grounded Kyle O'Reilly. Jack Evans, a ladder in the back of Kyle O'Reilly. And then Mundo able to duck the clothesline and reverse with these suplexes. But Bobby Fish in the ring, taking Jack Evans down. And Jack Evans demolished by that ladder, as is Johnny Mundo. Now, if Bobby Fish has got the wherewithal, he will climb that ladder and go for it. But no. Oh, he does hit him in the face once again. Climb, Fish, climb. Don't put the ladder down, climb. They're not very good at taking their opportunities in this game, are they? Go on, Colorado, you climb. No, Fish is going to... No, they're both going to go after Johnny Mundo, which means now that Jack Evans has had enough time to get back up on his feet. That's the issue. There's just not that intelligence in the game to really understand the options and the chances they have, and, well, and just get past the ladder that's grounded, really. And takes a face full of chair there, Bobby Fish. And Jack Evans again. It's just the intelligence of the game. Jack Evans just staring down at Bobby Fish while Kyle O'Reilly just slowly walked up beside him and caught him right with a kick. Right now. Bobby Fish, you've got a big chance here, Fish. Come on. Grab that ladder. Is this ladder glitched? I think the ladder's glitched. Either the ladder's glitched or Bobby Fish is glitched. Nope, it's Fish. O'Reilly setting that ladder up. If he climbs it now, he's got a very good chance of grabbing those belts and bringing them down. Mundo's back up at his feet. Slides back in the ring, but is he quick enough? He is. Well, maybe not. Forearm to the back, but O'Reilly's still holding on to the belts. And again. O'Reilly just refusing it. He finally does let go. What on earth? What on earth is all of that? What is going on? Well, Super Glitch 5000, Glitchamania. I am the ladder. Nice jumping Meteora there by Kyle O'Reilly. And then followed up by Johnny Mundo pushing him aggressively in the chest. It's not actually a bad match. It's very action-packed, this one. There's a lot of blood flowing. The guys are a little bit out there mentally. And they're not quite understanding the situations they've got sometimes. So at the moment, well, Jack Evans should set that ladder up and climb. Which he's going to do. And Jack Evans is climbing. Jack Evans does find the championship, which is good because I think it had spawned out for a second. Bobby Fish climbing the ladder with him. See if Fish can... Yes, Fish has... Oh, wow. Fish knocked Jack Evans off the ladder, and Jack Evans collided into the elbow of Kyle O'Reilly, and that's surely given Bobby Fish enough time to unhook the championship. Come on, Fish. He's done it. And the Undisputed Era are your brand new tag team champions. It was actually a pretty good match. I quite enjoyed that, actually. Wasn't quite as unstable as I assumed it was going to be in this one. Get me wrong, it wasn't the smoothest match I've ever had in the entire world, but at the same time, I think it was quite a good one. Quite good. And we await, there we go, brand new tag team champions. PJ Tovey, I'm pretty sure, will be happy. Not because he dislikes the team of Jack Evans and Johnny Mundo. Well, Kyle O'Reilly's still setting the table up underneath. I think it's more to do with the fact that the Jack Evans core was so rough, and these cores are fantastic. But there you go, brand new tag team champions here on Adrenalin. But who's going to step up and challenge them? And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be a cracker, actually. Austin Aries versus Roderick Strong. Of course, it was... I won't say it was Aries that brought Strong into NXT, but it was Aries who gave Strong his debut, wasn't it? Because he used to be a tag team, didn't they, a while ago, back in Ring of Honor? I think a good long time ago, back in Ring of Honor. So, that'd be pretty cool, actually, to see these two a team. I think PJ Tovey's tag team division here on Adrenalin is going to become incredible. And... oh, it is going to be very good, isn't it? If PJ Tovey wants to go into some of these teams, of course, he's got potential of Austin Aries and Roderick Strong. He's got reDragon. He's got the Johnny Mundo PJ Black combination when we find PJ Black. He's got Kevin Owens Sami Zayn combination as well. There's so many great tag teams on this roster, and potentially many more, because like I said, we are going to be doing some trades pretty soon, the new year. Have a little bit of a shake-up, a little bit of a New Year's resolution, changing things up and so forth, and that will be a very interesting time. And I think that the tag team division here on Adrenalin could just step it up once again. Adrenalin's always been a super brand, hasn't it? Always a super aggressive brand, and I feel like we've got some. That's what I like about SWE. You know, if you look at the 5 brands, every brand has a really different feel. This Ring of Honor brand, this Adrenalin brand has the feel of Ring of Honor and TNA. Octane has the feel of a European British brand. Mayhem has a more classical feel. Throwdown is more of a why is Throwdown sort of a bit? Throwdown's sort of a little bit of everything. I like the fact that Throwdown has that Japanese influence. It has that American influence, a strong style influence. It has the foreigners versus the Americans. It's a very complex brand, is Throwdown. It doesn't have a set theme, I suppose. And of course you've got Carnage, which is very much your ECW brand. So there's so much good stuff going on, and it means there is a place for everyone. I like that. I do like that. And there is then the Rodmeister. The Rodmeister? Good old Roderick Strong. The man, the myth, the legend. Right, so it's going to be Roderick Strong versus Austin Aries. The bell goes and we are underway. Roderick Strong there with a backbreaker. Well, the king of the backbreaker, of course. I often forget sometimes just how good this roster is, and like Roderick Strong being on the actual game is just nuts, isn't it, when you think about it? Like I didn't actually anticipate Roderick Strong joining WWE either, because I sort of thought to myself, you look at the people that are joining WWE, and a lot of them are. I want to try and say this without being a dick towards Roderick Strong. A lot of them are younger and so forth. I think Strong might be on the older side, and Strong, I don't know how much his career is going to be. Strong, for me, reminds me of a bit like a Benoit, really, actually, Strong. Not in a sense of anything else, but the fact that he is a lot about what he does in the ring, not necessarily charisma style. Again, I'm just trying to describe in the best way I can without sounding insulting. Roderick Strong is a fantastic wrestler. Maybe not got the mic work skills that a lot of others got, but then again, he does do really well. I think what really helped Strong out this year, because he has really over the NXT crowd at the moment, but as we've seen before, being really over the NXT crowd does not mean that your step up to the main roster is going to be smooth. But the whole thing they did that whole special on him, and they did the whole special on him. Sorry, I'm trying to get my words jumbled up my mouth now. Did a whole special on him where they introduced his wife and his new child and showed a much more of a personal side of him, and it was really nice to see. And I think that's what really managed to get him over the fact that people found him a real likable guy. And I think that's the thing with Kevin Owens, is that they try and push Kevin Owens as a heel, but when you look into Kevin Owens a bit more, he is just what you want from a wrestler. He's a genuine, down-to-earth guy who's doing what he loves. He's got a family, he's got young children that love what he does as well. And he's just such a nice guy. And I've met him a couple of times in the UK, and he is a really nice guy. He took the time to stand and have a chat with me and PJ Tovey and so forth, and we took a video of him. He chopped a fan, which was amazing. So it was fun. It was a fun little day out, actually. And yeah, I think that was what really got Roderick Strong over. It makes me wonder whether they can translate that onto the main roster should they make the move. I've got a feeling that Roderick Strong might end up on 205 Live, to be honest. I don't know if he's technically in the weight limit, but it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up on that level. But I just hope not. I hope they do give him something, but I'm just worried about the writing on the main roster at the moment. It just doesn't seem to be any good for anybody, and it needs to be perfect. I think they need to they need to have a look at that at some point, because the NXT writing is so good. Although I have seen rumours recently that apparently WWE's writing teams don't write for more than 1 or 2 weeks ahead, which I'm not quite sure I believe that, to be honest, because surely they must know where certain things are going. They can't just bodge everything together at the last minute, surely. But potentially, because sometimes you look at certain people, they don't seem to have much of a long-term plan, do they? Because that's what you need sometimes. Especially with certain people, you need that long-term plan. You need a build-up. And I think it has sort of happened on some people. But was that just luck or judgment? That's the question, I suppose. And of course, it didn't work very well for Austin Aries. He got very much tangled up and become very unhappy with the time. And he's actually said it was one of the worst times in his life in wrestling, being with the WWE. And I can understand that. You're being held back and not being able to show your true potential. And that's probably quite frustrating, isn't it? It's like being an artist and being given just a pencil and some paper and nothing else. I suppose that's a bad analogy, actually, because a lot of artists just do that sort of stuff anyway, don't they? Like being an artist and just be given a black marker. There's no way of doing this, is there? You know what I mean? Not being given the correct canvas to showcase your work. That's what I'm trying to say. Nice rolling forearm there by Austin Aries. And of course, this is a very big match, this one. Again, just like the Kevin Owens versus Zack Sabre Jr. match, nothing up for grabs in this one apart from ranking points. But of course, it's 10 points plus for the winner and 10 points minus for the loser. So this match is a 20-point swing between these two, which is enough to bed either of these two into a potential championship picture. Roderick Strong now getting around the back of Aries, now dropping him face first on the mat. It's only a 2 count though, Aries kicking out. Strong stalking Aries. Strong's finisher still the suplex backbreaker. It looks like it. Oh no, he's going neck breaker. Oh my god, he's used Austin Aries' own finisher again. I wonder what was going on then. I was like, hey, where's he got a neck breaker from? But he's actually using Austin Aries' own last chancery finisher maneuver against him. Wow. Aries kicking out of the submission. Roderick Strong now. Oh, gets caught with the knee and face. Just took too long there, Roderick Strong. And now Aries going for the last chance himself, but oh, Roode's foot was hooked over the bottom rope already. But Aries able to kick the rope out of the way. Locks in the last chancery, and Roderick Strong taps out, and Austin Aries is taking the 10 points home. There we go. 10 points for Austin Aries, minus 10 for Roderick Strong. Not a great situation for him. This was the rolling forearm there by Aries. Boom. And the reason you roll it is solely just to build up more momentum and get more power behind it. That's the main reason behind it. Roderick strong. Maybe if he'd hit his own finisher maneuver and gone for that suplex backbreaker, would have had more chance to win this one. But instead, he tried to rub the fist in there, I suppose, and hit Austin Aries' own finisher maneuver against in that last chancery. But you'll see here, Strong had his foot hooked against that bottom rope. And as Aries came over the top, he managed to kick that rope and knock in the foot away. And then Roderick Strong just unable to move there. And straight into the tap out. And Austin Aries is victorious. Well, we've got back-to-back championship matches for you now. Then IC Championship, then into Adrenalien. I've not even told you what the main event is tonight, have I? Ooh, nice little surprise then for you, eh? I can tell you now, it is going to be a triple threat match. Bobby Roode defends his Adrenalien Championship against both AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. But before that cracking main event, we do have the Intercontinental Championship match for you. It's Hideo Itami defending the belt against the leader of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole. Now, it's been a bit of an up-and-down match, a bit of an up-and-down night so far for Undisputed Era. Of course, Taynara Conte unable to secure the Adrenalien Women's Championship. However, reDragon were able to pick up the Adrenalien Tag Team Championship. So, can Adam Cole make it 2 out of 3? Or will Hideo Itami enforce it back to 1 out of 3 championships won here for Undisputed Era? It could have been the Undisputed Takeover here this evening. 1 out of the 2 checkpoints are currently ticked off. And Adam Cole is determined to make himself number 3. Number 3, number 2. I don't know what's going on. The longer this show's gone on, the more crap I've been babbling, I tell you. I try and make everything I say concise and precise. Even trying to do this, I'm bugging it up. I try and make everything I say concise and to the point and so forth, and I end up just going off on a really dodgy tangent, realising I'm lost and trying to get myself back on track with my talking, and it just goes completely out of the mess, doesn't it? Anyway, you know what I'm on about. You've watched my videos enough to know that I'm an absolute madman. So, Adam Cole. I like this Adam Cole, but I think there might be a slightly better one out there now. I've started doing it this year. I don't know why I didn't do it before. I follow quite a few of the really good core makers, the ones that I download a lot from, on Twitter, and they actually post updates of what they're working on and when it's uploaded, which does really help with keeping track of new cores. That's how we got the new Okada for Throwdown last week and so forth. We're really updated a lot of the rosters so far, which is pretty good. And here comes your Intercontinental Champion. Won it at Shabby Mania. Of course, Hideo Itami. However, unlike some of the other people in Adrenalien, Hideo has already defended... Well, actually, no. It was only the Women's Championship that hadn't been defended, hadn't it? Because the Intercontinental Championship and Tag Team Championships have both been defended on the opening episode of Adrenalien. The Adrenalien Championship had been defended at Option C pay-per-view. Technically, the Cruiserweight Championship hadn't been defended, but it has changed hands, of course, by the winning of the Option C pay-per-view. So, Trevor won the Option C pay-per-view and then lost the belt about a week later to Rey Mysterio Jr. So, it's not gone fantastically well for Trevor Lee. But, you know, shit happens, doesn't it? I'm sure he'll get himself another opportunity. At least he can say he's on the record books now as holding gold in SWE. That's the main thing. So Hideo Itami, of course, made his debut on Raw a couple of weeks back. And made his debut on 205 Live. I'm yet to watch it, but it's annoying. It's so annoying that they spoiled it. They shouldn't do these horrible, oh, guess who's coming to 205 Live? It's going to be Hideo Itami. They shouldn't do that. They should just give us the pop. Like, from what I've read, I've not seen it myself yet. From what I've read, if Finn's in trouble and somebody comes out to make the save, and that's Hideo Itami, if they hadn't announced that he was going to be main event, if they hadn't announced that he was going to be joining the main roster, then nobody would have known. It would have been a complete surprise. It would have been a real sort of hype moment. However, because a lot of people were expecting it anyway, because we knew he was debuting that week, it sort of took away from the pop a little bit, and that's That frustrates me, it does. It really grinds my gears. There we go, that's what it's for. The Intercontinental Championship. Good old referee. His moment of glory. Pretending he's won the championship in his mind. And there's the bell. We are underway. And Adam Cole straight away running in with a neckbreaker. Neckbreaker. And a big knee in the face of Hideo Itami. Well, Adam Cole not allowing Hideo Itami a second to even get into this match. Cole instantly just bombarding him. Baby. Corner around the back, German suplex on Hideo Itami. And a boot right in the back of the head. Brutal. Adam Cole now bringing Itami back up. Itami catching Adam Cole with the right hand in the gut. Cole sending Itami into the ropes. Now over the top, dropping him back first. Big knee in the spine there by Adam Cole and Hideo Itami. Now rolls him over into the pin. Bit early in my opinion, but it does slow the process of the match down. And Adam Cole has come out all guns blazing in the first few minutes of this match. So getting a chance to stop and have a breather might be beneficial for him. Adam Cole now bringing Hideo back up to his feet. Over the top of Hideo catching Cole with a boot in the face. And Hideo with a drop kick on Adam Cole, baby. Now Hideo just wrenching back at the neck of Adam Cole, but Cole able to fight free, taking Hideo down. Hideo taking Adam Cole over now. Hideo bringing Cole back up to his feet. Now looking for the ace crusher. Cole fights it away. Oh, a nice super kick right to the leg there. Hideo and then a big knee in the face as well. Adam Cole rolling Hideo Itami over one. Only a 1 count. Wow, Hideo showing incredible resilience here. Adam Cole now mounting Hideo. There's the right hands right in the face. Now Cole slamming the arm of Hideo Itami into the mat. Before bringing him back up to his feet. Up he goes. Oh, and drops him head first onto his knee. It's like a brain buster onto your own knee. Which is probably harder than the ring, because of course the ring does have that thin layer of matting, whereas your knee is just solid bone, your kneecap. Cole now catching it there from behind. Look at that straight jacket. German hits it. Bridges to the pin. 1, 2. Wow. Wow. Well, there is an essence of an undisputed takeover here this evening. Taynara Conte unable. She was unable to win the women's champion. I don't know what happened there. Unable to win the women's championship. However, Adam Cole and reDragon winning their respective matches. And another handshake. This game's gone mad for handshakes the last few weeks. It really, really has. But Adam Cole is victorious and your brand new Intercontinental Champion. And here we go then, your main event of the evening. Bobby Roode defends his Adrenalien Championship against both AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. This should be good. This should be very, very good. Proper TNA feel about this match. And I think I might have just noticed something in that previous match, right? The match, obviously, we saw the build-up and everything. It was for the Intercontinental Championship. However, the fact that the cutscene came at the end, I think that actually removed the championship change in hands from happening. Because after the cutscene, you know, you get the little rivalry update. It's not actually a rivalry. It just gave us that little thing for whatever reason. But it brought that little rivalry update, and it was showing that Hideo was still the Intercontinental Champion. So I think the cutscene at the end actually cancels the belt changing. I don't understand it. I really don't. This game's gone mad recently with that sort of situation. It must be another glitch. Bloody glitches, eh? Bloody glitches. It amazes me. It does. It really does. When you make a game every year, you think they'll be able to iron out all these glitches as well, wouldn't you, really? But no, 2K, what they like to do, 2K and Nukes, is they like to not get rid of the glitches, but give us fun new ones every year to play with. Like the massive donger glitch we've had a couple of times so far this year. That's been a problem, that one. So Samoa Joe could potentially be one of the favourites for this one, I think. Definitely, well, there's only 3 people. I think everyone's a favourite, fairness, aren't they? And there he is, then AJ Styles. I don't remember ever going into a championship match before, though, where I would consider the champion the least likely to win the match. That's just my opinion. Nothing against Bobby Roode. I think I like Bobby Roode, but in my opinion, I just feel like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe might just be a step too far ahead for Bobby Roode at this point in time. I see Bobby Roode more rocking the Intercontinental Championship picture, to be honest with you. And I think that would be a very good place for him to be. However, he won the Adrenalien Championship and he's pushing his way forward. Which is not bad. I like it because we've got Bobby Roode in the game now. Because he was always a really difficult core to get, Bobby Roode. He never looked like Bobby Roode. And in fairness, this one, the one on the game is not 1000% correct. It still looks a little bit out there. I'm happy there. Our main event of SWE Legacy then arrives. The Undisputed Takeover was nearly completed. Both Adam Cole and reDragon winning the championships. But Taynara Conte unable to take the Women's Championship away from Paige. But I'm sure there might be another opportunity at some point. And of course then here comes the champion. And I have to keep talking over his entrance because my video will get struck down off YouTube if they hear his music. I think it'll get struck down. It'll get demonetized and, you know, what am I going to do about this 14 pence I learned from this video? I don't think people are... I think it's part of your YouTube contract not to discuss what you earn off YouTube. But I can't imagine anyone's going to moan the fact that I'm earning about 14 pence on a video. Which means if I upload, like... At the moment, I'm uploading like 60-odd videos a month at the moment, if not more. Yeah, so you do the math yourself. I'm earning about... Well, if I'm lucky... Well, not even 14p a video, I suppose. On the SWE stuff, maybe. But on some of the smaller stuff that I do, like Skyrim, that I play Skyrim for myself. I like to upload it, but I know nobody really watches it. But I like to do it just to break up this sort of thing, just to keep my mind a bit fresh and not getting too stuck on one thing or another. And that, I don't earn a penny from that, of course, because nobody watches it. But yeah, the weird and wonderful ways of YouTube. I think I've said before, I've invested well over $1,000 in my YouTube channel, if not more, in equipment and so forth over the last few years. But in fairness, it's stuff that I probably would use, apart from obviously stuff like the microphone and the game recorders, that I probably wouldn't use that if I wasn't doing YouTube. But apart from that, it's all a new computer and stuff that I don't mind. It's a hobby for me. It keeps me entertained. And I quite like it. I never expected when I started the YouTube channel that I would have people watching me, to be honest. And now we are incredibly close, if not already hit the 3,000 subscribers. That was my aim before Christmas, was 3,000 subscribers. As of me recording this, let's have a look. Well, now, because when I looked last night, I was only like 7 subscribers short. Which shocked me because it's gone up so much the last few days. Where are we? My channel. We are on 2,992 as of me recording this episode. So if you're not a subscriber already, then please do subscribe, because I'm only 8 short at this point in time. 8 short of making it to 3,000 subscribers, which would be epic. We've gone up quite a bit since the last game came out, because I think we've got up about 400 subscribers since October. It's really been quite good, actually. We've had 2 subscribers a day for the last few days, which is quite a good level for me, actually. We've gained 37 subscribers over the last 30 days. There you go. 8 more subscribers. If you got a spare account, then go over and subscribe, because I just really want to hit 3,000. That could be your Christmas present to me. I don't want anything else. I just want to hit that magical 3K number. And then we can set the world on fire and aim for 4K. What I'd love to do, and I know this is completely unjustifiable and unlikely to happen, but I'd love to get to 100,000 subscribers. Only because what I really want is a play button from YouTube. And I think the first one you get is on 1,000 subscribers. I think you get the silver play button on 100,000 subscribers. That'd be amazing, though. Nice straight jacket German there by Samoa Joe. Of course, the move that Adam Cole used to win the Intercontinental Championship in our previous match. I still can't see... I don't know. I don't think any of these people have held main event... Well, obviously Bobby Roode has, but I don't think AJ or Samoa Joe have held main event gold as of yet in any of the brands. I don't think AJ's held... I think AJ may have held the television championship of Mayhem. I might be wrong. No, I don't think he has, actually. Well, I think this is AJ's first year away from Mayhem. So let's have a quick look. I'm on the blogger now, so I can have a quick look. So, Mayhem Championship history. No, he's never held the Mayhem Championship. Television Championship history. Nope, he's never held that. So then moving over to Adrenalien. Adrenalien Championship. Yes. AJ Styles held the Adrenalien Championship for 3 weeks before losing it to Bobby Roode at Shabby Mania. I was wrong then. So AJ's held gold. I don't think Samoa Joe has, though. I don't think Samoa Joe has. So both AJ Styles and Bobby Roode, both current/former Adrenalien champions. Samoa Joe, have you held anything, Samoa Joe? I don't think you have. No, not television championship, and not Mayhem. No, yeah, no, he was the second ever Mayhem champion. So all these guys have been former brand champions. Okay, I take it all back then. That's how long we've been going for now. This is our 3rd season of SWE. So Samoa Joe was the 2nd ever Mayhem champion. Took the belt away from CM Punk, and then lost it back to CM Punk 4 weeks later in the next pay-per-view. AJ Styles, of course, was a Adrenalien champion for a short period of time in Season 2 of SWE, until the last episode of Season 3, where he lost it to Bobby Roode at Shabby Mania. And, of course, Bobby Roode is the current champion. So that is... Right, we know what's going on now. I know what's going on. Roughly, just about. There's too much history now. I've been going for that long because we're obviously we're running from game to game and trying to keep the history going. It's been going for a good couple of years now, and it's yeah, I can't remember bugger all, to be honest. Been going a couple of years. I don't think it has been going. It's been probably going about maybe about a year. In the new year, is AJ now looking for a dive? Oh, he hits. No, he missed it. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. And Bobby Roode's just going to not ignore him. He's going to go for a weapon. Of course, remember this is a triple threat match, so no disqualifications, no countouts, because that's just the way triple threat matches work. And Roode has a ladder. There can't be many tables left because we destroyed all them earlier on. Bobby Roode there now looking for a glorious DDT. And there it is. But Joe's up on his feet as well, and Joe's not going to allow Roode to get the opportunity to pin him. Oh, Joe with a running belly to belly onto the ladder. Joe, pin AJ. Pin AJ, Joe. Samoa Joe, you just wasted an opportunity to win the championship here. Really wasted it. Roode with a forearm. All 3 guys back in the ring on their feet. AJ able to get a chance to recuperate from that glorious DDT. Roode, you buggered us up, mate. Taunting the crowd while Samoa Joe was on his feet was not the best idea in the world. Joe now dropping. Bobby face first on that top rope. Snake eyes at him. Then into the powerbomb. And Bobby Roode's been busted open from that snake eyes as well. And now, oh my god, we're actually going to see a muscle buster. No. Okay. I got all excited there for a second. We've not seen a muscle buster in so long. He always goes to the Coquina clutch on this game now, Samoa Joe. Which is a shame. I think it's because the Muscle Busters are much less likely placed to have a setup for your finish maneuver, isn't it? Joe taking AJ down. Now bringing AJ back up to his feet. Joe sends AJ into the corner. Into the Tree of Woe. But Roode now catching Joe. Oh, looking for a gut wrench potentially, but Joe taking Roode down. Joe now dragging Roode middle of the ring, and AJ still stuck in that Tree of Woe. AJ does break himself free now. Bobby Roode slides at the back of the potential scoop slam. Roode sending Joe into the corner, but AJ stole his maneuver there. I think AJ runs straight past him and clotheslined Joe in the corner. Now AJ mounting Bobby Roode. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pin here by AJ Styles. Joe is down. 1, 2. It's not going to be enough. Surely not. 10 punches. Then again, Bobby Roode is bleeding quite heavily from the forehead. Those punches cannot have done Bobby Roode any help whatsoever. Styles, though, taking Joe up on his shoulders. Dropping him snake eyes across that top rope. AJ now over the top. Leg drop to the back of the head of Samoa Joe. There's the pin by Styles. 1. No. Is that only a 1 count? Wow. Joe not giving up here. Stiff forearm there by Joe in the face of AJ. Another one. Now on the back for the German suplex. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip. For a dragon suplex. Keeps the grip. Rolls the hip. Hook in the arms. Straight jacket. German. Oh, I burped again. That's why you shouldn't probably drink beer while you're recording, because it just comes out when you don't want it to. Oh my god. Oh, I nearly had it. I nearly had it. Another German dragon suplex. Now locking the Coquina clutch on Bobby Roode. AJ's down. If Roode's out, this could be the end. AJ's not going to get there in time. Is Roode going to tap? Roode does tap. AJ just got up to his feet, but it's not quick enough. And Samoa Joe's your new Adrenalien champion. Rocking the old Final Fantasy music again. Good match, this one. Very well fought by all three guys. It really could have gone either way for quite a lot of this match. Everyone had opportunities to win it, but eventually Joe took his chance. Styles was grounded. Joe saw the opportunity, locked in a Coquina clutch on Bobby Roode and choked him until he tapped, basically. Okay, this was earlier on. That was the straight jacket German, and then straight into a dragon suplex as well. And that could have been a situation for Joe to win there, but it was only enough for a 2 count. And we're not going to get a chance to see the rest of it. Why? It should always have the highlight for the end of the match, surely. And then Samoa Joe now becomes a champion of 2 separate brands. Of course, he's a former Mayhem champion. Now he's an Adrenalien champion. He's part of the very small list of people who have done that. And I'm sure Paige will be very happy. How can you not be happy with Samoa Joe as your champion, eh? So guys, that's the end of this episode and the end of our Adrenalien pay-per-view. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like. And of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I do apologise for me going off on quite a few dodgy tangents in this one. I don't know what's happened to me tonight, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for our next episode of SWE. Bye.